Hi my dear students, in this video we are going to see 6th Social Geography Chapter 5 Major Domains of the Earth. Already I have studied in Chapter 1 that which is our planet Earth. Why we can survey only in Earth? Because human beings can live here because the life-sustaining elements of land, water and air are present only in the earth. We can live only with the help of land, water and air, and all these three present only in the planet earth. So only earth is also called as unique planet. Now just let us enter what are the major domains of the earth. See here, these are the four major domains of the earth. See, lithosphere, L for N, L, land. Hydrosphere, water. Atmosphere, A for A, air. Can you able to bury the land and survey inside the land? No. Without oxygen, can you able to survey inside the water for long period? No. Like that, can you able to survey in atmosphere? No. Only in biosphere is the domain where this land, air, water, all the three meets. So, biosphere is the only domain where human beings can live. What does mean by lithosphere? Lithosphere means L for L, land. What does mean by hydrosphere? Water. And what does mean by atmosphere? A for A, air. And which is the only domain that human beings can survive? That is biosphere, because all land, air, water, everything meet only in the domain known as biosphere. Yes, as we see in the previous slide, the three main components of environment are lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. The solid portion of the earth where we are standing and living, it is called as lithosphere. Gaseous layer surrounds in the earth, that is called as atmosphere. And area covered by water, that is called as hydrosphere. And all the zones have a contact in a particular domain, that is called as biosphere. The zone which contains all the form of life, that domain is called as biosphere. So we cannot live in lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere. The only domain we can live is biosphere. The biosphere is a narrow zone where we can find land, air, water together, which contains all the forms of life. So the only domain we can live is biosphere. Now let us go for lithosphere. Inside, if you are burying the soil, what will be there? Many rocks, minerals, earth crust, slit, humus, everything will be there. Thin layer of soils. Completely the lithosphere is covered by rocks, earth crust and thin layer of soils. The two main divisions of earth's surface, the complete world, what are the two main things? Where we are sitting, that is called as land masses, that is called as continents. And water bodies, where and all water, oceans, everything is there, no, that is called as ocean basins. So simply you can have that land masses, complete land places in the world, they are called as continents, and all the water bodies in the world, they are called as ocean basins. This is our world map, very interesting map. Where we are living? Where we are living? Here in India. India is in which continent? Yes, Asia. Near to Asia, what is the continent? West. West means left. Left to Asia, what is the continent? Europe. And see North America and South America. Here Africa, and Australia and Antarctica. Now listen to me. Which lies in the northern hemisphere? Most land masses, 70% of the land masses lies in northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere have only 30% of the land masses. And everyone know which is the largest continent. Just see the colors here. Which color covers more? Asia, yellow color. Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest continent. And the second largest continent is Africa. And the third largest continent is North America. First largest continent is Asia, second largest continent is Africa, and third largest continent is North America. The smallest continent in the world is Australia. Here we can see the oceans also. See, Pacific Oceans. It is completely covered like this. Circular. Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. So we are having totally 7 continents and 5 oceans. So we are having totally 7 continents and 5 oceans. We can see one by one now. Already in the previous slide I conveyed to you that we are having 7 major continents: Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, Australia and Antarctica, and more land masses covered by northern hemisphere. Already I show you in the map itself. Which is the largest continent? Asia. And this Asia and Europe combinedly we are calling as Eurasia. Asia and Europe combinedly called as Eurasia. And this Asia and Europe, you see this diagram, this area Asia and Europe, it is connected by a mountain known as Ural mountain. You can see here, URAL, Ural mountain. This only separates Asia and Europe. Asia and Europe is separated by a mountain known as Ural mountain. And this Europe lies to the west of Asia, that is left to Asia. So we are calling as west of Asia. And these Europe and Asia totally known as Eurasia. See here, which are the important parallel of latitude passes through Asia? Tropic of Cancer. Europe, in Europe, Arctic Circle. So Asia, Tropic of Cancer is passing through Asia and Arctic Circle is passing through Europe. Now let us go for the second largest continent, that is Africa. Listen here carefully. See, the 3 important parallels of latitudes: Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Equator. All the 3 passes through this continent known as Africa. And 2 important things is covered by Africa. What are the 2 important things means? The world largest desert, it is in Africa, that is Sahara Desert. And which is the world longest river? Everyone know that is Nile River, that is also in Africa. So the world largest desert, Sahara Desert, and the world longest river, Nile River, both lies in Africa only. And North America is the 3rd largest continent, and you can see a narrow strip connecting North America and South America, that is called as isthmus. I will explain what is meant by isthmus in the next coming slides. And next we will go for Australia. Already I said that Australia is the smallest continent, and the world's longest mountain it is in South America. The world longest mountain it is in South America. Highest mountain is Mount Everest, but I am saying longest mountain, that is Andes, that is in South America. And Antarctica is permanently, it is covered by ice sheets because it is near poles. Can you observe this? See here, it is near South Pole. So if the region is near the poles, it will be always covered by ice. So human beings cannot survive there. So only some research centers will be there in Antarctica. Human beings cannot live there because it is completely covered by ice sheets. Listen here, I said that North America and South America connected by a isthmus. What does mean by isthmus? 2 large land masses connected by a narrow strip of land, that is called as isthmus. If large land masses, 2 land masses connected by a narrow land, that is called as isthmus. If it is connected by a narrow water, that is called as strait. So what is the difference between isthmus and strait? If 2 land masses connected by a narrow land, it is called as isthmus. If the 2 again connected by a narrow water, it is called as strait. For isthmus, you can give example. You can see the North America and South America connected by an isthmus. I will show you that. See here, a narrow land connecting 2 large land masses, that is called as isthmus. Right. Then where can we see strait? Simple example is between India and Sri Lanka. India and Sri Lanka connected by a narrow water passage, that is called as strait, Palk Strait. India and Sri Lanka connected by a narrow water passage, that is called as Palk Strait. Next we are going for the second domain, that is hydrosphere. We already studied why Earth is called as blue planet, because 2/3 of the earth, that is 71% of the earth is covered by water. Of course, 97% of earth water only found in oceans. It is very salty, so we cannot use that. Very fresh water is only, we are receiving fresh water only 1%, that is groundwater. So we should not waste the water, we want to save the water. Even though earth is called as blue planet, we are completely covered by water, we cannot use that because it is completely ocean water. It is very salty. So fresh water is available with only 1%. So we should not waste the waters. Now we are going to see about oceans. The 5 major oceans are already I show you in the world map. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Southern Ocean. In between these 5 oceans, which is the largest ocean? Yes, it is Pacific Ocean. And the deepest place in the world, Mariana Trench, it is in Pacific Ocean only. And the Asia, Australia, North and South America, all the 4 continents surrounded by this Pacific Ocean. And what is the shape of the Pacific Ocean? Already I show you in the map. The shape of the Pacific Ocean is circular. And second comes Atlantic Ocean. It is the second largest ocean and it is S-shaped. And North America and South America, west side of North America, west means left to North America and South America. And eastern side of Europe and Africa. See here. Eastern side of Europe and Africa. East means right. Okay. Here. The Atlantic Ocean. Okay. Then the only ocean that named after a country is Indian Ocean. And the shape of the ocean is triangle. The Indian Ocean is the only ocean that named after a country, that is India. And you can see the Indian Ocean below that Asia. Below India you can see the Indian Ocean. And the shape of the Indian Ocean is triangle. Arctic Ocean, it is located within Arctic Circle. You can see that. Above to the world map you can see that near the Arctic Circle you can see the Arctic Ocean. See, above it is Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Circle is encircled by Arctic Ocean and the Southern Ocean encircles Antarctica. This only they have said. Now comes the third domain, that is atmosphere. Without atmosphere, can you imagine the life? No, we can't breathe. And also we cannot escape from the sun rays. Whatever harmful effects from the sun rays, we cannot escape. The atmosphere only protecting us from the sun rays. And the atmosphere is broadly divided into troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. These are the 5 layers of atmosphere. And there are mixture of gases in the atmosphere. What are they? In our year, we are having 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and the remaining 1% is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. And the important gas we inhale is oxygen. And do you know that one fact? If height increasing, for example, if you are going for a mountain place, can you able to breathe normally? No. If the height increases, the oxygen level will decrease. Temperature also decrease. Decrease means it will be very cold. If the height increasing, the oxygen level and temperature both will decrease. Altitude, you can say as altitude or height. If the height of the atmosphere increasing, if it is going on increasing, it will be very cold. So only it is very cool in Himalayas and etc. many places. So if the height increasing, the oxygen level and temperature both are decreasing. Due to that only we cannot breathe normally when we are climbing the mountains. And finally, biosphere. This is the domain of life where human beings can live. This is the only zone human beings can live. The biosphere is a narrow zone of contact between land, air and water. The biosphere is a narrow zone of contact between land, water and air. All the organisms like plant kingdom, animal kingdom, everyone, they are living only in this biosphere. So emissions from industries, thermal plants and vehicles pollute the air. Carbon dioxide is important to constitute the air, but increasing the amount of carbon dioxide, that leads to global temperature. Carbon dioxide is important, but if level is increasing, it will go to increase in the global temperature. That is called as global warming. If CO2 level increases, the global temperature will increase. This leads to global warming. This is called as global warming. If the amount of CO2 increases, the global temperature increases, that lead to global warming. So that we need to use the resources limitedly, and we want to balance the earth between lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. We want to use everything carefully. We should not pollute anything, even it is air, water or land, whatever it is. We should not throw the waste in air or land, water or in land, etc. We should not pollute anymore, and we should lead our life happily. So, chapter 5, the major domains of the earth, lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere over dears. We will meet in next section. Thank you, dears.